Good evening and welcome to the City Council of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, January the 16th, 2024. We welcome you here this evening. Hope everybody is trying to stay warm. I know it's been a really cold day today, and it's been a cold couple of days, and it looks like it's going to be that way for a little bit. In just a minute, we will go to our moment of silence and our Pledge of Allegiance. As we do, I would like to say a very special thank you to our churches and our faith-based community for the warming shelters that they are working on. And I know that we've had a lot of discussion and talk over the last few days about these things, and glad that these things are coming into play so that there are some warming areas for people to be able to get to. So we certainly appreciate that. Please pray for all these people as they are trying to stay warm, and pray for everyone who's in the cold in any way they can. And we hope that that everyone will be safe during this really tough time that we're going through. Please rise now, if you will, for a moment of silence and our Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our first item on our agenda tonight, we do not have matters scheduled for public hearings this evening, so we'll move on to next item would be our consent agenda items. I'm first going to ask Chief Staines if he will come up, and we'll talk about this Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation grant. Chief, welcome.
Welcome, and thanks for the opportunity to come up. Little background information about it. Back in the spring of 2023, in preparing for the new truck coming, staff reached out to vendors and done some training on some new fire hose and nozzle combinations to maybe be more efficient at the job we do. So along with that, basically the new nozzle combination they came up with that did go on the new truck, flowed 175 gallons a minute at 50 PSI. Stuff firemen are worried about, right? But what that means is we now have hose that may flow 100 PSI or 100 gallons per minute or 175 gallons per minute. It could pump at 50 PSI at the nozzle or 100 PSI at the nozzle, depending on the truck and when the hose was bought. So that was a concern of mine, to have everything the same. So then you start looking at funding sources. So in that, looked at Firehouse Subs as an opportunity. They do a grant basically 4 times a year. They'll take up to 600 applicants. From there, they choose based on funding how much money they can give out. So with that, I requested 18 nozzles, 72 sections of hose, which could replace all of our 1 3/4 pre-connect hose for every truck in the city. Last Tuesday or Wednesday, I received notification. We were granted the award, the grant for up to $26,698.62. And they'll pay part of that. They'll pay towards shipping. So basically now, waiting on confirmation back from them on how the equipment will get here. They have 2 options. One, they'll work with the vendor based on the quote we sent. They'll just send the equipment to us. The other is we buy it and get reimbursed. So that's basically the information. You know, the benefit to going to the 175 gallon per minute nozzles versus the 100, we get firemen in and out quicker because they can put water on quicker and extinguish it quicker, which in result, firefighter safety, and it limits damage to the structure because you are putting the fire out quicker. So questions about the grant and the process?
Any questions of Chief? That's great news.
And thank you to Mr. Hildebrand and Miss Donna that they did help through the process, so, and the opportunity to apply.
But we are certainly glad that we're able to get this, and it'll be great for our department very much. Thank you, sir. All right, we'll move on into consent agenda items now. That's item A, or minutes from the city council meeting of Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Item B is engineering services contract. This is with McGill Associates. Recommendation is approval to enter into a contract for engineering services with McGill Associates for the Lenore Valdez Waterline Interconnection Project. There's a note, additional background information for this project is listed on the council action form included in the packet, the agenda packet. Item C is a capital project budget ordinance. This is for wayfinding signage. This is a recommendation that we adopt the capital project budget ordinance for the wayfinding signs capital project in the amount of $591,500 as submitted. And item D is the resolution for the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation grant, which Chief Staines has talked about, that we adopt the resolution accepting the Firehouse Stubbs Public Safety Foundation grant in the amount of $26,698.62. A note, there is an additional background information regarding the grant funding is listed on the council action form as included in the agenda packet. So that's items A, B, C, and D, and I'll open it up if there's any question or comments or motion concerning the consent agenda items.
I'd like clarification on item C, Mayor.
For the wayfinding sign?
Yes.
Okay, you wanna talk about that?
The money, $591,500, is that for the continuation of construction of that, or is this gonna be separate?
That's just the budget for what we approved last meeting. The money's there, we just gotta go back and create a fund for that money to pay out the vendor.
Okay.
So,
But to complete that is included in this $591,000?
yes, that's the total thing from last month we approved,
Okay.
or last month, 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry.
2 weeks, yeah, last meeting.
Last meeting, well, it wasn't last year, it was this year. 2 weeks
First
ago.
meeting of January.
Earlier this year.
Earlier
I'm
this year.
between the years, so.
With that, I'd like to make a motion that we approve A, B, C, D of the consent agenda.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have a motion from Councilmember Perkins that we approve the consent agenda items A through D as presented. No other discussion. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed. Thank you very much. All right, we'll move on then to request and petitions of any citizens. If there's anyone that's here tonight that would like to address the council, this is the time to do so on our agenda. If you will, please come to the podium and give us your name and address, and we'll be glad to hear from you.
My name is James Wilfong. I'm the pastor of Highways to Hedges. I live in Dooleytown at 1555 Miller Hill Road, Lenore, North Carolina, 28645. I'm here to represent all the homeless in Lenore. Before I say what I need to say, I want to read a verse of scripture. And the scripture is King James Version, Matthew chapter 25, verses 34 through 40. Then the king shall say unto them on his right hand, Come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Then the righteous answered him and said, Lord, when saw we thee hungry, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When you saw when thee was a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? I saw thee when thou was sick, or in prison, and came unto thee. And the king answered and said unto them, Verily I say unto you, as much as you have done it unto the one least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me. I come by here, I have talked to some of the council about what's going on in Lenore, and I didn't mean to put Lenore on the spotlight. Channel News got a hold of this, and I believe we can do better. For the next 7 days, it's going to be cold. And I reached out to other churches. Starting tonight, I will be driving homeless people to a place called called Caldwell Warm Station. I would provide transportation to the church, Crossroad Church at 1421 Cajun Mountain Road. Check-in time is at 7. Time to check out. Check-in at 7 tonight and 7 in the morning. I want the city of Lenore to know we can do better. I know that we had this house, Leo. I know that people said, well, they drug, they coming out high and they coming out drunk. I used to be on drugs. I used to be an alcoholic for 18 years. I tried to commit suicide 3 times. I've been in and out of jail, and I've been in and out of prison. But when I got changed 27 years ago, and I see my brother here out there in the cold, ain't got nowhere to go. I have talked with several people from this board. You know who you are. I'm not going to call your name. About this. I know we shut down Leo because somebody said they're coming out drunk and they wouldn't do right. If you've never been an alcoholic, you can't tell a man how to get off of alcoholic. If you've never been on drugs, you can't tell somebody how to get off of drugs. See, I have experienced all of that. I've been homeless. I used to sleep under the bridge. Y'all got to forgive me because I'm concerned about, that's my brother. That's my brother that's in the cold. But we're going to try for the next 7 days to help him. But I hope the city can do something soon. Don't wait 6 months. Don't wait till it get warm. We need to do it now. We need to act now. I just want to say, city, y'all doing a good job. The police department doing a good job. The sheriff department, everybody has been good to me. They have reached out and said, what can we do to help? And they have bought blanket, we bought jacket, we bought hat, we bought gloves, we bought hand warmers, we bought shoes to make sure our brothers and sisters don't freeze to death. You see, when I leave this meeting, we're going to go home to our family. We're going to go home and kick back in our recliner, get the remote control, and we're going to be warm. Got some of you probably ain't at supper. When you get home, you got supper waiting on you. Maybe your wife got you some water waiting on you in the tub. But they don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. And we can do better. I know we can do better. I'll close with this. Do the best you can until you know better. And then when you know better, do better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it, Reverend Wilfong. And
I
we
represent these brothers. I love y'all, man.
Can I speak to you, maybe?
Yes, sir. You're welcome to come up. Please give your name and address, if you will.
Excuse me?
Give us your name. and
My name
address.
is Kenneth Ray Cardwell Jr.
Okay.
I'm 60 years old. I'm here out in the cold. It's probably my fault. But every one of y'all could have a brother, a sister, a son, a cousin. Your mother and father could be out here. And I know y'all have worked for what you've got. Everything you got, you've worked for. Yes, you have. Well, this guy's going to give me a job. I didn't know him from Adam. He come up and he offered me a job. I start the 19th. And what I want to see is the homeless get a job, start working, pay taxes, and have their own place. That's what I want to see happen, because we deserve that. And I mean, we have to, you've worked hard for what you got. I understand that completely. And we need to work hard too to solve this problem. This problem is in every town in our nation. You can't sweep it under the rug. It will not go away. And I mean, there's a way of doing this. I don't know how to do it, but I can work and try to help you do it too. And that's all we need is somewhere somebody that can go and get warm, get a shower. Before COVID, we could do that. Now we can't. The churches don't let us take showers, and only 2 churches let us come and eat. Soup Kitchen let us come and eat. And that's the places we get warm. And I understand that y'all have jobs to do. Completely, I understand that. But we need to give the homeless a chance too. And that's all I got to say. And I appreciate y'all letting me talk. Thank you very much.
We appreciate that. Anyone else that would like to address? Yes, sir. Mr. Willis.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk. Ben Willis, I'm at 2650 Hillwood Drive. That is Lenore, 28645. And I think you guys can see the passion and the heart, I think, that goes into the folks that are so passionate about the homeless population. And Pastor Wilfong, I know you're doing a lot. And there's other churches that are really stepping up to the plate as we all work together to really deal with homelessness. And it's such a tough situation. I really wanted to give you guys and the audience here an opportunity to learn a little bit more about what we're doing at the Western Piedmont Council of Government and the homelessness response team. We are going to the church tonight, and we'll have outreach folks there to be able to do some intake for some of the folks that you're going to be taking to that church. They've got some information that you guys should have in front of you. If not, I'll make sure you have it. But we are a resource that is working with the city of Lenore, but also Caldwell County, Burke County, Alexander County, and Catawba County. So we do 4 counties. We're covering 4 counties, and basically it's 28 local governments. In our 4 counties, we're dealing with over 360,000 people. That's the population that we have in this county, in our 4 counties. And those are the counties that we serve. And so in each one of these counties have the population that are dealing with the cold and the homelessness. This homelessness response team was formed with guidance from the community, from the nonprofit communities, from local officials like yourselves, from concerned citizens, and from various other stakeholders to come up with a plan to help guide the conversation, help collect information, help guide homeless individuals to jobs, to resources, and connect and identify the gaps of where we can do a better job at helping homeless the best that we can on all fronts, not just the city, not just nonprofits, but all of us together. And basically, I wanted just to say that this is really a time where this is evident, and it comes to because it's so cold. But the goal of this initiative is to look at the long-term approach. It's a 7-year plan with what we're doing with our team. We have a team member of 5 who are actively engaged with the population. We're going out into the camps. I bet you guys may have already met some of our folks already, and if not, you will. I ask that you call on our members. We've got folks who've been homeless on our team, have actually been on the streets, who've been addicted to drugs, who are part of our outreach team. We've got folks who deal with workforce development, who know how to connect you to the job. We've got folks who deal with mental health. So if you have mental health issues, we have those folks on our team. We have folks who've got public health background who are there on the team. And most importantly, we have folks we've got over 16, 18 years of experience in getting people housed with emergency shelter vouchers, with temporary housing vouchers, and those sorts of things. A lot of things, the issues with these, a lot of these are government programs, and they're complicated, right? And so a voucher program is tricky to navigate if you're homeless, because a lot of time a homeless individual doesn't have things like IDs, identifications, to be able to verify these types of things. We have a team that can help navigate these folks from the streets to a job, to a house. And that's the purpose of what we're trying to do here with the homelessness response team. So I've got information. I'm not going to read all this right here. I'd be happy to entertain any questions. There may be a better opportunity for me to come do a more comprehensive talk to the council. I know we're going to be coming to a budget session too to kind of give some updates as well. But we'd be happy to talk to any church, any organization to tell you what we're doing and how we can be of assistance to not only the city of Lenore, but the other communities in the 4 counties that we're serving. So, and I'll definitely make sure you gentlemen have a card and it's a copy of this information so we can do that. But if
Questions
I don't know if there are any
for,
questions.
Mr. Willis, what's the program that COG is going on? I know this past weekend, we've had a whole lot of conversation. We were on the phone a number of times today, talking about what's going on with tonight. I know you guys are assisting with this.
Yep.
And we're reaching out to, you're reaching out to churches in the community, to others to try to see how many will open up, and can offer these, warming areas.
Yeah.
For
And, and it's tricky. We've just, this organization, we're just getting started. We've been fully staffed since November. So we've been going for about 2 months of action. And so there's a lot more that we are going to be doing. And I think we're going to be very proactive in trying to work with all entities to be able to make sure that, we can help as many people as we can. That's ultimately the goal. Whether you can see it in the passion of so many different people. It's just how do we help? I think ultimately, whether you're on one side or the other, let's get to the point where we can all work together and try to help as many people as we can. And that's what we're really trying to do with this. And any way we can help, we're here to be able to support that.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions or
This
comments?
is in response to a lot of the local government agencies coming together and trying to not let there be overlaps in what we're trying to do or gaps in what we're trying to do.
Yes.
And that's what was the basis for starting this at the Western Piedmont.
It was. And that's when we listened, we tried to figure out the best way to address this, with the small pot of money that we had. It looks like a big pot when you look at it on paper, but when you spread it out over 360,000 people and 28 governments, it's a drop in the bucket for what we can do. And so we thought that this, you thought, the stakeholders, when we were doing this for months, thought that this would be the best way to utilize these funds.
Most efficient way.
Yeah, the most efficient, and to be able to guide and help as many folks to identify the gaps. Yeah, Councilman Stevens, you hit the nail on the head.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I know that the agencies are doing all that you can, and Pastor, I hear you. And I think this where comes a place where the faith-based community can join in with all of the government agencies, rather than prolonging it or waiting. I think we can be active now, Pastor. And if you'll give me a call, my van is available on the morning, or my kitchen is available, and we'll do whatever we can do. And I think that we need to connect with the pastors within our city and our churches, because there it comes back to giving, loving, and caring.
Yeah.
So I'm on board with you. I hear what you're saying, and I say I, as a faith-based community member, will do what Mount Pilgrim can do to resolve this problem.
Great. Well, thank you, Mr. Perkins. The faith-based community will play an integral part, and already do, and as you see tonight. And so we will work with them in any way that we can. We already are trying our best to do. There's a lot of churches out there, and so but we're excited to work and willing to work with anybody who's willing to work with us.
Thank you. Anyone else that would like to address the council concerning this or any issue that you'd like to talk to? Reverend Wilfong, thank you for what you do. We appreciate it. I know you're very passionate about this. We all are. This is things that we want to see done. And I know that the Western Piedmont Council of Governments is doing, right now, everything they can to put this together. It's being explained to you, a certain amount of money to cover 4 counties. And, we'll do everything that's possible to do those kind of things. So thank you for what you're doing now, for these next few days especially. It's so cold, we understand that, and we want to make sure everyone has a chance. And that's what we've been talking about all last few days, of how to do this, how to get the faith base, as Reverend Perkins said, how to get everyone involved and reach out to that. And we know you and others will be doing the same thing. So we appreciate it very much. Anyone else that would like to address the council? Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate it. All right, we'll move on then. We do not have reports of boards and commissions this evening, so we'll move on to the report and recommendations of the city manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mayor, council, the planning board will meet on Monday, January 22nd, 5:30, in these chambers for a work session. The committee of the whole will meet on Tuesday, January 23rd, 8:30 a.m. It says floor City Hall, but we've got some renovations going on up there, some painting, so we may have to relocate that. If so, we'll let everybody know. It may be at the police department training room. We'll let you know as soon as we can get that. We'll know the status maybe tomorrow. And lastly, the Foothills Regional Airport Authority will meet on Wednesday, January 31st at noon at the airport. I have no other items for your consideration tonight. We do have a short closed session that we'll talk about here later.
Okay, any questions of Mr. Hildebrand concerning any things coming up?
And let me thank also MLK Center for the work they did with the Martin Luther King events this past weekend. They did at least 3 days of full work, so just want to thank Lester and his team and Phil and his team. Thank you.
Thank y'all. And Reverend Perkins, Reverend, council member.
Reverend Thomas.
Reverend
Not
Thomas.
quite. You gonna put that on me? Maybe, hey.
I'll go back to council members. How
It's
about
okay,
that?
it's okay.
Appreciate the work with that. It was a very nice weekend of things there. Saturday's breakfast was great, and our own Sam Sturgis was honored as the honored recipient for the Martin Luther King weekend, and he was very honored by it, I'm sure, and I was there to see that. I was glad. Sam's a fine man and is a great leader in our community, and we're proud to have him as part of that. And there was a fine, Reverend Wilfong actually spoke Saturday and did a great job at that service. And then the young man who came in from Hickory, I think, and spoke yesterday, quite a dynamic young speaker, and he did a great job as well. So it was a good weekend. Thanks for the work on that with our recreation staff and others as well.
Let me just add that.
Yes, go ahead.
For the march, I wanted to say thank you to the police staff that came out and blocked off roads and, made sure that we got from the park up to Martin Luther King Center. And what was really moving was after they got us there, it's just they let us know that they were just honored to be a part of the program. One of the gentlemen, officers, gave me a ride back to the park, and I was in the truck. The first time I'd been in there, in the back was these, different ammunitions. But he went on to talk about how proud he was of how the city had provided the opportunity for everyone to be able to do their job and give them all the equipment that's needed. But he was just so proud and just wanted to give accolades to the city council, and just, it just felt good that I knew that they wanted to be there and be a part of it, and that meant a lot. So just, this Martin Luther King is for all people. He stood for all people, and the officers that were a part of the program, they made sure that they took good care, and they shared that they wanted to be a part of it, and that just means a lot, that we show up for each other. Whether it's downtown events, it's good to see council members on both, when we have things in our community. So it means a lot. So just to take a moment to understand that, when you show up, it means a lot. Just like, we have things downtown. So I just wanted to, make sure that Chief Phelps and everybody knew, and all the city departments that helped out, that is greatly appreciated. Because we are one community, and just like the homeless situation, we have to figure this out, coming together like we did for MLK Day. We can figure it out.
You didn't try to get one of the weapons in there, did you?
No, I was staying away from it. I didn't even want to get in there. But,
I was glad to hear that's the first time you've been in
the
the
first
back.
time, I let them know. It was my first time.
Yeah, we'll have to
I
debate.
ain't under oath
We'll
or
have to
nothing, but
debate
that is my
that,
first
I'm sure.
Felt
All right.
weird. It was a truck. There wasn't like a little slide
Okay,
thing. It was open, yeah.
Thank you. Any recommendations from our city attorney, Mr. Rohr?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I do have a board appointment I would like to recommend to you. This is for the Western Piedmont Council of Governments. Recommending that city council member Ike Perkins will be to serve a term on the Western Piedmont Council of Governments Transportation Advisory Committee, called the TAC Committee, TAC, on that. And Mr. Presswood had served, and he can't continue, so Mr. Perkins has agreed that he can serve, and he's shaking his head over here on that. So I would make that as a recommendation that he serve as our appointment to that committee. Very important committee. A lot going on with transportation, and everyone in all the cities and counties represents on that board. So that's a good thing to have. So I guess we need to vote on that officially, don't we? So
I'll make a motion that we approve Councilmember Perkins to be on that committee.
Have a motion from Councilmember Purdue that we recommend, Councilmember Perkins to serve on the, Transportation Advisory Committee. No other discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Good vote.
Yes, good vote.
Yeah, you.
All right, there's any report or anything, recommendations from our council members, any other than what we've already said? Hearing none, we'll go, then we have a closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statutes 143-318, subsection 11, subsection 5. This will be to enter into a closed session to discuss the acquisition of property.
Mayor, I'll make a motion, we go into closed session.
Mayor Pro Tem Stevens makes a motion to go into closed session. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Do we expect anything coming out?
Nothing official tonight.
Okay, nothing official coming out tonight. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank y'all.
Took some doing, but I think I'm
took nobody's money or life.
All right.
Motion to come out of closed session.
We got a motion from, Councilmember Thomas to come out of closed.
Reverend Councilman Thomas.
Reverend Thomas to come out of closed
I
session.
thought Ike was gonna, head was gonna pop off. I was like, yeah.
I saw,
You don't never listen to.
I saw smoke started coming out of his head.
He swept his head around like, wait a minute. What's going on here?
Anyway, we have a motion to come out of, motion to come out of closed session. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed?
You didn't share that memo with me.
Thank you. We're out of closed session, and this meeting is adjourned.
I have to come to you for prayer before I.